In last video, we discussed about the 10th house Bhavat Bhavam in Vedic Astrology. In this video, we are going to talk about the 11th house Bhavat Bhavam in Vedic Astrology. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani, help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. These videos will help you go further faster into Vedic astrological studies. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you are not following me on Instagram, this is my ID, go follow me on Instagram. And if you are looking for readings and consultation, please check out the link into the description section for the readings and consultation. 11th house Bhavat Bhavam. By the way, at the end of this video, we are going to cover the questions which you guys have asked on the community tab of our channel. So if you have any questions, please put the questions relevant to the videos. And if you have asked the question, stay tuned for the question answer session at the end of this video. So let's get started. 11th house Bhavat Bhavam. Before we start talking about the 11th house Bhavat Bhavam, what is 11th house? 11th house is the most benefic house in the Parashara system. The 10th house, which is the house of karma, which is the house of who you are, is about what you do, is about your public life, is about your image in the society. It's about the competition, it's about the career, it's about your identity as what you do. Okay, 11th house is a very peculiar house. 11th house is second to the 10th house. So it is the Dhanasthan or a supporting house for the highest achievement in your life. Okay, so 11th house becomes the Dhanasthan for your highest achievement in your life. Wow, you are a superstar. You just signed a film and guess what? You got $1 million. You are an athlete, you signed for some brand and you got millions. Okay, so 11th house is about the labha, and your labha depends upon who you are. That is pretty much the 10th house. If you are an actor, you will get $1 million. If you are a laborer, you have to work hard and then you will get the fruits. If you are into 9-to-5 job, you have to work throughout the month to get paid at the end of this month. So who you are determines what you will get. So 11th house is pretty much the second house, or the Dhanasthan or the Labhasthan for the 10th house. This is not the end of the 11th house. 11th house is also the 12th house to the 12th house. What is 12th house? 12th house is the house of losses. It's the house of dissolution. It's the house of surrender. It is the dissolution of yourself. Yourself started into the ascendant, the first house. You started experiencing this life into this body, and now it is getting dissolved into that. But before it is getting dissolved into it, the 12th to the 12th is the 11th house. So 11th house is not only the Dhanasthan for the 10th house, but also the house of loss for the house of loss. Guess what? It is the ultimate labha. Okay, and that is why it is ruled by Saturn in the horoscope. In the natural horoscope, Kalpurush Kundali, that is Mesh Ascendant Kundali, if you observe, the Saturn Rashis are 10 and 11, which comes in house number 10 and 11. And 11th, the sign ruled by Saturn is your pretty much the significator of the highest labha, and which depends upon your highest achievement, your karma. I hope this made sense to you. So let's move on to the Bhavat Bhavam for the 11th house. 11th house Bhavat Bhavam is, we have to count 11th houses from the 11th house. So let's start counting 11th houses from the 11th house. We are going to count the 11th house. So 11th, 12th, ascendant, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh house, 8th house and 9th house. So 9th house is 11th from the 11th house. And guess what the 9th house is? 9th house is about your bhagya. Your bhagya determines your ultimate gains in this life. And what is 9th house? 9th house is 5 places away from the 5th house. 9th house is the Bhavat Bhavam for the 5th house. 9th house is the Bhavat Bhavam for the 11th house. So it is all rooting down to your Purva Punya, which is the 5th house, which is exactly opposite to the 11th house of your Labh. This is how 11th house Bhavat Bhavam is. 11th house is 11th from the ascendant, 10th from the second, 9th from the third, 8th from the fourth, 7th from the 5th, 6th from the 6th, 5th from the 7th, 4th from the 8th, 3rd from the 9th, 2nd from the 10th, and 12th from the 12th. So let's get started with the questions you guys have asked. What if 11th house Lord is combust and exalted? What to expect the result? Bhavat Bhavam must be seen in Bhava chart or Rashi chart. Truth always wins is asking this question. In my opinion, if you have 11th Lord exalted or combust, you need to see the direction of it. Same in the case of the retrograde planet. 11th house Lord is combust and also exalted. So you need to check if the Lord is really combust with the degrees which you have specified. And if you have not seen the combustion video, go watch the combustion video. I have shared the degrees for each the planet for the combustion. And if it is exalted, you also need to see the Shatbala for it, the planetary strength for these planet, for the 11th house. Okay. Bhavat Bhavam must be seen in Bhavat chart or Rashi chart. In my humble opinion, I always emphasize on the Rashi chart because Rashi chart is most important chart, more important than the Bhavachalit chart. Okay. So next thing is Harshit Agarwal. I was eagerly waiting for this video. Also, I'm glad that we can ask questions about the subject. Great going. Many thanks in advance. If possible, please consider my questions. 11th house is the house of our desires with other things. It is one of the Upachaya house as well, that is of growth. But as per Bhavat Bhavam, it is the 6th from the 6th. So does that make it one of the worst houses as well? Like a house of trap or something? Just a thought. Please throw some light on it. Love and peace. Harshit Agarwal, what I feel is 6th house is the house of the obstacles, and 11th house is 6th from the 6th. So 11th house is the obstacle to your obstacle. So it is your labh. Okay. So it is the most benefic house. Good question. Next is Devendra Vaidya. Amazing video. Thank you, brother. Next question is my beautiful house garden Gandhi. 11th house Mars exalted. What is Bhavat Bhavam and result? Any planet exalted in the 11th house gives wonderful results. Malefic in the 11th house, which is Upachaya house, gives great results. It is the Mars exalted, that is, it is in the sign of Capricorn. So it is the Lord of 9th house as well as the Lord of the 2nd house. So 2nd Lord in the 11th house and 9th Lord in the 11th house. So most benefic houses are connected. So I feel this is the best combination. But you have to be careful with your company when it comes to spending. Okay. 11th house Jupiter exalted. Present Dasha. What could be the result? Rao UNVSS. Okay. You have Jupiter exalted in the Labhasthana. So it is the owner of the 4th house and the 7th house. So you will have the family happiness and business growth. Why business growth? Because 7th house is also the house of business, but it is 8th from the 4th house, so you might face ups and downs into the 4th house significations. I hope that helped. Next, how is it if 11th lord is in 9th and 9th lord is in 11th? First of all, it becomes an exchange, and it is very, very beneficial exchange. Okay, this question was asked by Suman Rahman SRM. The next question is Joyceline Caramoli. My 11 is on Taurus. I sent you message by messenger. I tried to send you by email, but it didn't work. Venus in Sagittarius. Jocelyn, if you have any question, you can put into the community tab. I didn't get to your question, but if you have Venus in Sagittarius, make sure these are the sidereal zodiacs. Okay, move on to the next question. Pramod R. What one can expect if 5th and 12th lord Mars is in the 11th house? We have just now discussed about Mars in the 11th house. You have Mars in the sign of Libra in the 11th house. It is the house of 12th and 5th. One benefic, one Dushtana in the good house. So I feel it will give the mixed results. But you have to be careful in the financial matters. Why? Because it is aspecting the 4th house. It is aspecting the 2nd house by its 4th aspect. And 6th house by its 8th aspect. So be careful. Both are the Artha Trikona houses. DD Easy Cooking, thank you for your lovely videos. 11th house is 8th from the 4th. So does that mean it obstacles for the mother or problems to property, vehicles or family atmosphere? Please shed some light on this. DD, what I feel is it is 8th from the 4th house. So you will face uncertainty or ups and downs, sudden gain or sudden loss in the 4th house significations. Okay. Mac Bandra. 11th lord exalted in the 7th house, but no planet sits or aspect 11th house. What happens to planetless 11th house? Now, this is a very good question. If you don't have any planet in 11th house, it doesn't make the 11th house weak. Of course, if you have the planet, it brings in the energy of that house into the 11th house. But 11th lord is exalted into the 7th house. You will have gains from your spouse. The house of Labha is coming to the 7th house. It is bringing the energy of the Labhastan to the house of marriage. The marriage will bring Labha for you. Okay, these are the questions. So let us summarize what is 11th house Bhavat Bhavam. 11th house is the highest love in your life. It is second to the 10th, and it is the house of support to your highest achievement. That's why you get the highest labha of your life, that is the ascendant in the 11th house. So whatever you are doing, you will get into the 11th house, which is ruled by Saturn, which is the karaka of the karma. That's why it is the dhanasthan for the 10th house. 11th from the 11th becomes the Bhavat Bhavam for the 11th house. This is 11th house Bhavat Bhavam, as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, hit that like button, share my videos with your friends and family, and sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.